Welcome back everyone to Caelesti. My name is Skaliber, and today I'm going to be going over a large number of changes that are going to be taking place with the Caelesti packs, I guess I can say now, a multitude of packs. A lot of you will know that I've been very inactive recently. There hasn't really been a video on this channel for about 2 weeks now, and that was actually like a Halloween type thing, which I was doing at the time. I've recently moved to university, and I've been catching up with work in that department, and I really haven't had that much time to work on Caelesti, unfortunately. But I've recently had a massive boost of inspiration because I've kind of realized that I've been going about things the wrong way. A lot of you will realize now that Caelesti is a huge pack. It takes me literally minutes to load it, and I have a relatively decent hard drive that Minecraft is installed on, so it shouldn't be that slow, and yet it is. It's incredibly large, and a lot of you have said about the same thing as well. You said that when you use Caelesti with Optifine, it can take a good 5 to 10 minutes to load the resource pack, which is obviously not very good. Now, Caelesti does have a fuckload of features in it that are really cool and worth that load time, in my opinion, but for those of you that are not interested in using Caelesti with Optifine, with all its ridiculous, immense number of features, such as color maps and CIT, visual enchantments, CTM, and custom entities and all that kind of stuff, I am now going to be starting a new series of Caelesti Lite. Caelesti Lite is going to be just like Caelesti. It's going to have all the same features in regular vanilla Minecraft, but no Optifine features whatsoever. And we're going to be working on Caelesti Lite primarily moving forward. Now, the reason for that is also because of the 1.17 snapshots as well. The really cool thing about 1.17 is, even though it's supposed to be coming out next summer, or I think it's actually even maybe the last third of next year, we've actually already got snapshots for it, as a lot of you will know. So we've already got things like the amethyst crystals, we have the spyglass, we've got the candles, a few new rock types as well, and of course we're going to be getting a lot more content in the future with the inevitable cave editions that we've seen at Minecon. So I'm going to be working on Caelesti Lite for the time being, and once 1.17 has been released and we get Optifine for that, then I'm probably going to start working on Caelesti again. I know this is going to be a really huge hiatus, and I do love working on the Optifine side of things for Caelesti, but I really want to get Caelesti Lite started because it's going to be much better for a lot of you for sure. In addition to that, we also have a new pack as well called Toffee, which I'm going to be working on in the near future. Toffee is going to be a more vanilla-oriented pack, which is a lot more simple and a lot more low-scale. So, for example, the only things that I really have planned for it right now are to create unique textures for things like buttons, fences, and the bookshelf that don't just simply reuse the wooden plank texture. And you can do that by simply having a separate model for them that goes to a different UV and a custom texture, and hopefully it will use all the same palettes in a similar style to vanilla Minecraft. So it'll be a very, very lightweight resource pack that a lot of you may enjoy. And I'm also going to start working more on Artibus as well. Originally, the plan with Artibus was to basically have it be a world generation based data pack, and that was obviously... There was a showcase video a few weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, where I basically said that I'd started work on recreating Vanilla Layered. Obviously, that was a very, very stupid idea, and I was never even close to Vanilla Layered. It is a very complex system, and I don't really want to put the effort into into recreating that when we may get a better way of doing things in the near future. So I'm actually going to be working primarily on Artibus and Caelesti Lite going forward. So there's going to be a few videos about Artibus in the next few weeks. I'm going to be porting some features from SGT, SMC, and SBS. A lot of you will know those things as my old school data packs. I finished those off about 6 months ago with the final additions to SGT. Well, it wasn't 6 months ago, was it? Like 3 or 4 months ago. This year has gone really quickly. I don't know why. But yeah, obviously I finished off SGT a few weeks ago with the End Dungeon Basement. And that was really cool, and I really enjoyed working on that. And don't get me wrong, I actually much more enjoy working on things like that than resource pack stuff. That's why I enjoy doing all the Optifine stuff so much. I am very much an amateur pixel artist, and I'd like to think I'm getting a bit better every day. But it does require a lot of time, and I'm getting there. So on the subject of pixel art, I have removed a lot of things from Caelesti, a lot of things. As of this video being posted, Caelesti 0.19.2 has been released. If you want to go download it on CurseForge, you can. But I will warn you in advance, it only adds one new feature, and that is a variety of different volume thunder sounds, because I was playing in survival recently with some friends, and I basically realized that my thunder sounds are way too aggressive. They last for about 20 seconds, so they just end up overlapping each other, and it's not very fun. So basically, there's now a larger chance that you get a shorter, quieter thunder sound, and then like a 1 in 4 chance that it's the louder and longer version, and I like it that way. Other than that, I have just removed a crap load of things. So for example, on my side here, I've got my changelog. I can see that I've removed the quartz texture, the shears texture, the leather texture, the crossbow texture, clay balls, the advancement GUI, the villager profession badges, the creeper armor, the compass, the clock, yes, the compass and the clock, the crying obsidian that we only very recently just finished, dead bushes, iron blocks, jukeboxes, records, prismarine bricks, all the plank textures, andesite, diorite, granite, all the polished stone variants, all the coral blocks, all glazed terracotta, all of the ice textures, the bookshelf texture, bricks, the campfire, clay, cobblestone, all the blackstone bricks. There's a lot of stuff. Dark oak door, lapis block, melon texture, redstone block texture, and finally sand. I've also removed the multi-shot crossbow CIT experiment. Obviously last time we had it that we had a custom crossbow texture. Frankly, it was crap, so I've removed it. I did not like it at all. I think I made it just as an attempt to basically make a new crossbow, and I just kind of settled with it even though I wasn't happy with it. And that is unfortunately how I work when I'm not entirely motivated, and that's why I've done this huge purge. I've also done a few fixes for the pack as well, so we've fixed all the color maps to include the base colors for datapack and modded biomes. There was an issue a little while back where a lot of you were popping on the Discord server and saying this custom biome that I've got from a datapack has just black grass and black trees. That is because unfortunately the Optifine color maps do not work properly. It's kind of a shame, but it's just what we have to deal with, unfortunately. And I've also removed the experimental ice models from the last update because frankly they didn't work properly. There were many occasions where you would be in a biome where the ice spread into a different biome and you would just see random translucent cubes at the edge of the ice where it was just basically fucking up the way that the water worked. And I think someone even recommended trying that on Fabulous Graphics last time. It doesn't fix the issue, unfortunately. Clearly, I'm just asking too much of the game once again, so I've removed that. I've also removed a slightly modified iron bars texture, which was just in the files for some reason, and I've also removed the unused nether portal texture. We do still have the weird experimental spirally nether portal texture, which I hopefully will finish one day, but obviously if we do start working on Caelesti Light in the very near future, this thing is going to be out of date because of course we won't be able to do CTM with Caelesti Light. It's going to be quite fun figuring out how to do all of these things without Optifine, because obviously a lot of my stuff does rely on Optifine. For example, oh yeah, the iron block texture's gone as well. I've removed so much stuff. Yeah, you know, I actually don't hate that. It doesn't look terrible. But yeah, for example, with things like this, you know, CTM for this, you know, we won't be able to do that. Things like glass, we won't be able to do that. Things like the universal snow overlays, we won't be able to do that. You know, there's so many things that we won't be able to do without Optifine that I do love doing. Obviously, we can still have things like models. We can still have things like this, and we can have random variety and multitude of textures per block. And there's some really fancy things that we can do with block states still, obviously, and I am looking forward to experimenting with that a little bit more. But for the time being, we are going to be shelving Optifine features entirely, and I'm going to switch to working on Caelesti Light, bring back some of the old textures and re-improve some of the textures that we've recently zocked from the pack, and then of course we can start working on 1.17 features. But for the time being, I am going to try and kick Artibus off as quickly as possible, starting with the first update, which is going to add back a bunch of features from SGT, which is Skaliber's gameplay tweaks. I do recommend going back and watching the videos for that if you are more interested in data packs, and then after we've started on Artibus, I will be working on Caelesti Light. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little update showcase video. Obviously, this is a bit of a crap one, really. I mean, I would actually recommend personally, if you don't like these drastic changes to Caelesti, you know, I've removed a lot of features. We're back to having the grainy, contrasty stone types. If you don't like that, then I would highly recommend reverting back to 0.19.1 for the time being, because 0.19.2, of course, doesn't really add much at all apart from the lightning and the color map fixes. It just basically removes a bunch of stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, if you are interested in playing with the, you know, quote-unquote completed experience or more completed experience, then don't use 0.19.2, use 0.19.1. But in the very near future, I will be releasing Caelesti Light, and hopefully for all of you that don't like using Optifine or can't use Optifine for whatever reason, hopefully that'll be more suited to you guys as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this showcase video. I did not, because this is a very sad day, sad boy hours for all of, you know, for Caelesti, I guess, never mind. But Artibus is going to be fun, and I'm looking forward to getting back into working on data packs. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this wasn't too disappointing, and I'm going to stop hoping things. Goodbye.